Hello and welcome to Brian's Got Game. I'm Brian. Today I got a game called The Pied Piper. Pied Piper is a 2 to 5 player strategy game in the Tales in Game series by Iello. In this game, players use cards to get the rats to go through their neighbors' houses while trying to keep them out of their own. If your house gets full of rats, you're out of the game. So, let's check it out, and I'll show you how to move the rats into your neighbors' houses, how to use the sewer to your advantage, and how to eliminate your opponents with the Pied Piper. Okay, to set up, you place the houses out, one for each player. We're going to be playing a 4-player game. Then you give each player a rat tracker. You place it off the house. So there are 7 stages on it. They have the white lines to show. So it starts off of it like this, and then the first time when one rat crosses, it goes up 1. The next rat. Next. Once it gets to the sign, you're eliminated. Okay, it also has the red and green arrows. Finally, I have found a game that goes counterclockwise. You choose a starting player, who has latest seen a rat in the bathtub, or the youngest player. So, you place 1 rat facing the green arrow in between each player, and one in front of the one right behind the star player. Okay, then you place the rat cards and you flip over 4. So we have red, black, another red, and the Pied Piper. Then deal 4 of these arrow cards to each player, and then I'll place them here with room for a discard pile. You are now ready to begin. Okay, so on your turn, you place 2 action cards underneath the character. You can play one underneath one, and then you get to play another one. However, you cannot play it under the same one. So, this one makes it go forward 2, but it doesn't activate until there are 2 cards underneath it. So, later, it'll have another action, so it'll go 2, and then it'll either go forward, backward, under, or whatever. This one, it'll go backwards, and then it'll do its next action. Okay, then a draw 2, and then it's the next player's turn. So he has a +1, so he can play this here, so it'll make it go -1, and then minus another 1, because it's +1, so it'll add 1 to the other. So then that makes this rat tracker go up, and then this rat tracker go up. Then he gets to go again. He'll put it here, so then this one goes forward 2, and then -1. So this goes up another, then this goes up 2 more. So these 2 people are really being beat up on. So then he draws 2. So, now these. So once it becomes 2, these get discarded. And then these 2 players, these 2 characters, are also discarded, and then it's refilled. So then it's the next player's turn. So then they look, and they want to do 2 under green. And I forgot about this, but the Pied Piper also goes left to the start player. And then wants to put a sewer under the black rat. The sewer makes it, whenever it moves, it goes forward, but it goes under the house, so it doesn't mess with it, the rat tracker at all. So then they draw 2, then it's the next player's turn. If the Pied Piper's played, it moves normally, only instead of making the rat tracker go up, it goes down 1. There's also a move forward 1 green, and then the sewer, and then there's also the music note card. So this is really destructive if all of the rats are in one spot. So if all of the rats are in one spot and someone plays a music note on one of the rats, they all move. So 1, 2. So these 2 would both go up 5 rats. So it can also be used with only 2 rats, or 1 if you didn't want to do anything with it. So it can be really destructive used in some ways, but it can also sometimes help. Okay, so let's say that the worst. So let's say the worst case scenario happened, and then he got out. So he is then removed from the game. His cards are discarded, and then it turns into a two-player game. Now, when a player the player who placed the card, they get the other person's rat tracker, so they can use it as a tiebreaker. And then all of the rats go into the center of the player in front. Play continues until 2 players are left. The player with the lowest rat tracker wins. If it's a tie, the person who has the most rat trackers, who defeated other people, wins. If there's still a tie, you have to play again, and that's how you play the Pied Piper. Okay, got my dad here for a parent's opinion. So, Dad, what do you think of the Pied Piper?
The Pied Piper is a great addition to the Tales and Games series. Iello does a really good job with these. I like, the box looks like a book. I like the pieces. I like the cards, the art, and of course the game itself is a lot of fun too.
Okay, the components. You have the nice wooden rats with the thread tails
that are different
the colored.
Yeah, I thought they did a really good job with the little rats. Even those, if you might be scared of rats or think that they're gross, these ones
are cute.
Are cute and they're awesome.
They look like mice instead of rats.
Yeah, they do. And having the different colored tails is cool.
The houses are nice. So they're like cards, but they're like way taller, and then they are all a little bit different with the art.
Yeah, they did a good job. They're kind of like a bookmark kind of a size. Having the unique art is a plus, and then they're pretty durable as well.
And then you have the rat trackers on the houses, and then you also have the cards.
Yep. Yeah, I think overall they did a really good job with the components on this one.
The artwork is really nice, so you also have the cute little mice/rats on the front, and then you have the cartoony artwork with all of the Tales and Games on the cards, the houses, and the box.
Yeah, it's got kind of a light, fun kind of an air about it. Like I said, if you think that rats are gross and disgusting, having the nice, fun little cartoons in there, hopefully you can get over that because this is really a cool game to play.
Strategy. So it's a strategy game. So you're playing the plus 1 or the plus 2, the minus 1, and then the forward sewer, and also the Pied Piper.
Yeah, I like how the cards. So you play on the colored mice that are out,
and the Pied Piper,
and the mice aren't always the same color. And then I like how you can make them go forward and backwards.
And then you can make them all move, and then you can also have the Pied Piper.
Right, with the musical notes, you can make them all move. And then you got the sewer to make them go under your house if you can. The other thing that I like, and it's kind of a unique mechanic in there, is that you have to play on a card, but you can't play both your cards on the same one. So on your turn, you can't, make something happen really fast. So you either have to play off of somebody else's turn or
start a turn.
Start something, but then you don't want somebody else to finish it. So there's a lot of strategy here, and I think especially with the more players you get, the
more crazy it gets.
The more crazy it gets, yeah. And you're not really playing on the ones you want. You're really trying to capitalize and take advantage of the ones that your opponents had played on previously.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I really like this. There's a lot of strategy in there, but I think it's also easy enough for little ones to play.
Yeah.
Because we played it with our little ones, and they were able to play right along. So
it's easier for kids, even with the strategy. Also, there's no reading involved, so it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, that is true. There's no reading really at all, except if you want to read the book.
Yeah, the book's fun.
The story of the Pied Piper is also in there. So.
Overall, it's a really good game. Nice components. The artwork is beautiful. There's strategy, and it's pretty easy for kids. Double thumbs up.
Yeah, I really like this one. Like I said, it's a good addition to the series. This one's probably one of my more favorite ones in the series, just because there is a lot of that aspect of the strategy. When we played 2-player, I felt that it wasn't as good. and that might be because Brian beat me so badly.
Yeah, but it wasn't really fun for me.
But to
Because
play,
one person played, and then the other person made everything happen.
yeah, it
like,
really.
He went first, and then I did that, and then I went first, and I still did it.
Yeah, there's the a lot of games, they're designed for 4 players, and then they kind of come up with 2-player rules.
Oh,
and
no,
I kind of felt like this might have been one of those because you play with 2 non-players. But like you said, it was like I tried to start something, and then you would finish it, and it just kept going that way.
Like you'd start 2 things, and I'd end both of them. You'd start 2 things, I'd end both of them.
Yeah. So, like I said, this is a really good game. Probably better with the more players you can get. 4, I think it really shines with 4.
3's also good.
And 3 also plays good too. So go ahead and check this one out, The Pied Piper by Iello.
Thank you for watching Brian's Got Game. Please like us on our Facebook page. Send us a tweet at Brian's Got Game. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Brian. This is my dad. See you next time.